Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to you Achamonite that push this road in truth and in sincerity. Straight getting into it. You see this happening in Chicago, you know, whereas you have ICE agents, federal agents, and Chicago PD running up in projects where niggas dwell and snatching them out butt naked and having no mercy. What happened to the dude saying Donald Trump don't come to Chicago because we got switches? What happened to that? A lot of you gonna get taken in a great number because y'all have no faith. Pursuant to 2 Ezra chapter 5 verse 1, it says, behold, as concerning the tokens, roughly paraphrasing the scripture, as concerning the tokens, many of you should be taken in a great number. Talking about you Israelites, that's going to be taken in a great number. Slack it for that. Talking about you Israelites, that's going to be taken in a great number. And the way of truth is hidden from you. Y'all don't have no understanding of what's going on in the society, man. Because the way of truth has been hidden from you. Pursuant to Isaiah chapter 6 verse 9 on down to 10, man. On down to 12, slack it. Y'all don't have a clue what's going on. Because why? Because the Lord put an angel out there to blind you from what's happening in the society. Meanwhile, Trump, a.k.a. Nero, is doing what he do, man. He's executing executive order after executive order and putting it into play. And sending these agents that's no more than Gestapos or the modern day Gestapos, man. You know? And they coming in and they wrecking havoc, man. Showing no mercy and having no mercy. And that's what's happening, man. They showing no mercy and having no mercy on you Negroes. It started with the Latin tribes, now it's trickling down to the Southern tribe. There's nothing new under the sun, man. A lot of you gonna be taken in the great number because you have no faith. You lack understanding and you're bearing the faith because the Lord didn't give you that faith, man. That gift of faith to believe in Him. To call upon His name in the land of our captivity. We still in captivity. We still in captivity. We are yet this day in our captivity. Pursuant to Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. We are yet this day in our captivity. We still in captivity, man. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that, man. Where you need a license to drive a car. Where you have a social security number and a birth certificate. And they ask you for that when you're trying to get a job. So you still in captivity, but a different captivity. It's no longer chains, fetters of irons. It's a spiritual and it's a spiritual captivity. Because you know who the hell you are, man. And that's why you're gonna be taken in the great number. Look what's happening in Chicago. It's gonna trickle down to all these states. Louisiana, New York City, Philadelphia, everywhere where Jake dwells. That's gonna come down. And that's a part of them great misery. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that dwell in the latter times. They have dwelt in great pride, man. And that's you Jakes, man. Roughly paraphrasing. Let me slow it down and say it again. It's a lot of traffic. 2 Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the works. They have walked in great pride. And that's you simple-minded ass bird-brained Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. And many of y'all and many of those that come up against the Hebrew Israelites, man, on TikTok. You TikTok scoffers, y'all gonna pay for every idle word you come out your mouth with. Y'all gonna pay, man. You're not gonna skip the judgments of the Lord, man. You're not gonna skip the judgments of the Lord because it's coming. And it is what it is, you know? It is what it is, man. When you go to 2 Ezra, and all my precepts is coming from 2 Ezra, man, in the Apocrypha. When you go to 2 Ezra, the 15th and the 16th chapter, it goes into Jacob's trouble. It goes into Jacob's trouble, man, on a hard level. When they tell you when the precept in 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. Because their destruction drawing near. It's going into sedition of men. Sedition is when you got people going up against a government or a monarch. They're not going to regard their kings You see what happened? You see what's happening? When all hell break loose, man, they ain't gonna give a fuck about what the mayor say, what the governor say, what the president say. They're gonna do what they do. And that's when martial law is gonna be in full effect. It tell you in the scriptures, a man gonna desire to go into another city and can't be able because the cities will be cast down, and roughly paraphrasing it, for the city should be cast down and men should be afraid, because it's gonna be national guards and army troops all over the place, man, blocking off your entry in and your entry out, man. The same thing that happened in 70 AD, man. But we in a different time, with different technology. Shit about to go down, man. And them great midgets are gonna be heavy upon Jake, man. When I mean Jake, I'm talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, on down to Issachar. Because this truth has been out here, put out there on multiple occasions, man. All you gotta do is go to the internet. You will see multiple Great Millstone videos, ISUPK videos, IUIC videos. But the 100% truth is coming from Great Millstone and our affiliates. The 100% truth, let me say that again, not being filled with pride, the 100% truth is coming from Great Millstone, man. Whatever the Lord have your spirit guide to and gravitate to, that's who you're going to learn from. But IUIC, false prophets. ISUPK, false prophets. I'm not saying everybody, because, you know, it could be part of the elect that's amongst them, but 100% truth is coming from Great Millstone, man. When you go to the 2nd Ezra 16, verse, 16 verse 78, they should be like madmen sparing none, but destroying those that fear the Lord. Who fears the Lord, man? Jake. You don't see Jake out here doing, I mean, you got some wicked ass Jakes out here, but Jake have some kind of conscience, man. Unless you a hardcore wicked ass nigga, man. Jake have a conscience, and a conscience, man, where they were, think about what they have done. When it comes to adultery, Jake have no conscience, man. They would sleep with another man's wife instantly. You find out, if you a man that's have some kind of morals about yourself, you find out, you meet a woman and she fight. You sleep with her 1 time, 2 times, did she tell you that she have a man? You didn't know that. She told you she didn't have a man. But what you gonna do now? You done slept with her 2 or 3 times. Now there's some kind of feelings there. What are you gonna do? The average nigga on the street would continue doing that. But a man of the Lord, once he find out, he gonna cut ties with that woman, man. And that's the right thing to do. That's the righteous thing to do. If a woman deceive you and tell you she don't have a man, and you get with her and lay with her, and you have sex 2 or 3 times, and you kind of develop some kind of feelings for this woman because you want to see her again, then you find out she break the news to you. Oh, I got a man, I got a situation, I'm in a situationship, whatever the case, how that shit go down, man. Now, what you gonna do? Are you gonna continue to be with this woman because you have feelings for her, or you gonna cut that bitch off, man? And the righteous thing to do is to cut that bitch off. It's not your fault she lied to you. Now, if you continue to deal with that bitch, now you're committing adultery. Now the Lord's going to hold you accountable for what the hell you doing. But if you don't know something and you find out this woman was deceiving you and she have a man and you was having sex with her, you had sex 2 or 3 times, 4 times, it's not your fault. The only time you're held accountable is if you go back to this woman and have sex more with her, knowing she have a man after she done told you. Because the Spirit will reveal to you that she have a man. The Lord will put the Spirit on this woman to tell you after a while that you have a man, that she have a man. But the average Jake out there in the streets, they don't give a fuck. They'll share body fluids. They be like, I don't give a fuck. Okay, you tell me you got a man. Okay, so what? Let's continue doing what we doing. That's wicked. And that's the average Jake out there. That's why you're going to be taking the great number, man. Hey, man, Jeremiah 30:7, man. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1 on down, man. Jeremiah 30:7 is going into, Jacob's trouble. And we're approaching that. We in the first stages of Jacob's trouble, man. You see what's happening with these ICE agents, with these FBI agents in Chicago. That's going to trickle down to all these different states, man. So you thinking you safe? You thinking you behind your computer? You in New York City? What's happening in Chicago is not affecting you. What's happening in Louisiana is not affecting you. What's happening in any other state is not affecting you. What's happening across seas is not affecting you. But guess what? At some point in time, it's going to affect you. Now what you going to have to do? Now what you going to say? Now what you going to do? Shit is going to get real ugly out here. It's going to get real ugly. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and 16 is going to come in effect real soon, man. You people have not a clue what's going on. The only thing y'all know is how to party and bullshit and do wickedness, man. But soon, all that shit gonna be out the window. It's a damn shame, man, But it is what it is, man. You can't fault a nigga for being a nigga. She's a nigga. Salaki for that. Hitting these bumps, shit starts joking around, and you lose focus. But Salaki for that once again. But back to the topic at hand. Things about to happen real soon, man. I got this thing. If you hear that noise jumping around in my, in the background, I have some stuff in my trunk that's rolling around. I need to take it out. So that's what I'm gonna do when I get a chance. But right now I'm on a mission, so I can't do it now. But I hear it, so I hope y'all don't hear it, but y'all hear it. That's the stuff I have in my trunk. My trunk jumping around. And back to the matter at hand. You have, all these things happening with the war in Ukraine, the war in on the Gaza Strip, and eventually it's going to lead to Isaiah the 34th chapter, where the Lord's going to allow that assembly of great nations pursuant to Jeremiah 50:9 to come up against the United States and Israel, because they are two peas in a pot, man. Two peas in a pot. That's Israel and America, and they working together, and even their own allies is coming up against them because of what they doing, man. The genocide, the genocide, and the hurtful things that they're doing, the bombings, and they're getting away with it. And all the earth, all the nations of the earth, they staying quiet because they know who run the society. Going back to international bankers, Amalek run the society, and they know that's why they keep them quiet. But soon, the Lord's gonna put the spirit on these people, on these other nations, to shoot missiles on Amalek and America, and that's gonna be that, That's gonna be that. Isaiah the 34th chapter coming into effect. That great day of the Lord, Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. That great day of the Lord is not going to be pretty, man. You have Yahushua coming out of the clouds, cracking them skies, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance at the same time. You're going to have the Lord allowing these different nations to shoot missiles off on America, as well as America shooting missiles off on different nations, man, such as Great Britain, France, and Germany. Because you got to understand something. According to Scripture, they should hate the whore. Who? NATO nations that have nuclear capabilities, such as France, Great Britain, and Germany, and they're going to fuck America up. Right on over Israel, because they're doing a lot of shady shit. And they got to pay for that, man. They're doing a lot of shady shit over there in the Middle East, and America is backing them. So they got to pay for that. And it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. We see in the news. Nobody, you know, the horrific things that's happening over in the Gaza Strip, they're not talking about it. What's happening in Ukraine, they don't want to talk about it. But these things are starting to happen because the Most High is much of the host of the battle. He's bringing these things to pass. He wants these things to come to pass. He's the Lord of hosts. He's the Lord of armies, and he's gathering and mustering up these other different armies that he could have control over to do what they do. And that's why you see all these different skirmishes breaking out in the Ukraine, India, Pakistan, Venezuela. You know, you have what's going on in, you know, with Taiwan and China. These things the Most High is making happen because he want to kick things off, man. We're at the end of Esau's rulership. We're at the end of Esau's rulership, man. Make no mistakes about that, Shalakia. Make no mistakes about that. We're at the end of Esau's rulership, man. Joel, the second chapter and the third chapter goes into why the Lord's going to judge Esau. Because we have done to the apple of his eye. There's no escaping the judgment of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. You thinking you're going to skip the judgment because, you know, nothing happened to you all these centuries, 300-400 years, and you ruling, nothing happened to you, and you still ruling, and you still doing what you do. The Lord got you in the trick bag. You're going to be judged for everything you have done. But in the Lord's time. On the Lord's time. Not our time, but the Lord's time. In due time, the Lord's going to take you out of your rulership. And you're going to be put in chains. Pursuant to Isaiah chapter 24, verse 19 on down, if I'm not mistaken. The Lord going to punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high. Who are the hosts of the high ones that are on high? The international bankers and they puppet rulers. You're all going into slavery. You're going to be the first fruits of slaves. That says you got the first fruits of the elect. You got the first fruits of slaves, and you're all going into slavery. Every last one of you crackers, man. So with that, you know, some of my thoughts while driving. You know, shit is happening in Chicago, and everything that's happening in Chicago is going to trickle down to New York City. It's going to trickle down to LA. It's going to trickle down to all these other states. That's a part of the province of the United States of America. And they're going to be judged harshly. And they coming to Negro neighborhoods, man. Keep thinking everything's a joke. You're going to see what happens. So with that, I'm at my destination. So I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Wakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.